Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Okay, so how is going?
Um, I just want to quit school.
Okay, so like, have you finished all of the tests at school?
Yeah, but I still have to study to about 2 weeks and a half.
All right. Okay, so now let's start. All right. I know that you haven't learned lesson 5 from Miss Queen, but then I think that we'll continue with that. Okay. Do you know like some, like when it comes to comparison, like uh there are some adjectives that have maybe two syllables, but then we consider it as short adjective. Do you know which adjectives there?
I, I,
Do you know that? Like this one.
uh, um, you know, clear.
Like maybe we will end two syllables but then end with the y, like happy, funny, like we will change into happier, funnier, right? Yeah. And
Yeah,
some words maybe end with ow, like narrow. We don't say more narrow, but we say narrower. Yeah. And some
yeah,
words end with er, like clever. We don't say more clever, but we say cleverer. Yeah, yeah. And there are some of them like that, and m- maybe five, but then I just remember around three of them. All right, just one more question there. And um like you we practice some of the speaking part one there, so now I want us to practice speaking part two. All right, so before that, can you tell me like how to answer speaking part two?
um, we have the starting and like answer um following the suggestion and use the connect and
Okay, connectors.
yeah,
Yeah. All right.
give
Yeah, it's the same as answering speaking part one, right? But then we will make it like we expand our sentence. Yeah, we expand our idea. Just but all in all, it's the same as speaking part one. So now you have, I guess that you remember all of the connectors there, right?
yeah.
Yep. And you have some of vocabularies about season, weather. So now I will let you have 2 minutes to prepare for that. Okay, so let's start. All right, take your pen and paper there. Are you ready? Are you ready right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start. Wow, now you have 2 minutes for that. Okay, time's up. Wow. Well, right. So you have 2 minutes to speaking. Okay, let's start.
Um, the weather that I'm into the most is winter. Is winter often fall about um, mm, October to December. Um, in winters, the weather is very cold. The temperature is freezing temperature, and a lot of torrential rains and sometimes drizzle. And in the higher area, is may occur snow. Um, uh, at this time, I usually study harder because it's the end of the year, and um, I think it's uh, it's a spell of good weather to enjoy my favorite food, grilled sweet potato, and enjoy some outside activities in another province like Sabah to experience the snowy weather there. And um, but it also have some um, negative things like the trees would be clogged up and some and heavy rain can uh, could prevent you from um, hanging out with your friends. But cold weather.
Continue. Continue your
uh,
speaking.
but the amount of rain in uh, that often happens in winter can make progress to plant because it can have um, to greener and fresher and to make the trees become more green and fresh. Mm,
Okay, that's enough. I think it's good there. But then, do you know that what are you missing there?
I think connector.
Yeah, that's right. There are not any connectors there. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So read this word again for me.
Most.
Okay, that's right. But you just say most and during the time you speak. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so well, okay. Just add some connectors there and then your speaking will become better. Like you give when the time is what from what month to what month, and then you give like drizzle, torrential rain or a lot of things there. It's good there, a lot of vocabulary there. um, and then what you usually do at this time is good there. And okay, so all in all it's good. So I suggest that you should put connectors there and also conclusion as well as an opening, like conclusion. You all in all or at the end of the year, winter is my business, like you conclude your ideas there. Can you? Is that okay? Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. All right. So now I think you can, if you want me to correct it more, so you can write down, or you can send me via Zalo, and then I can check, and maybe that will be easier for me to check your grammar as well, because during the time we speak together, sometimes there is a little bit problem with our grammar, so maybe you can write down for me to make it easy to correct it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so now we'll come to part three question. Do you know what's the difference between part one and part three?
Like part 3 is about the general problem.
Yeah,
Like,
that's right. And what about part one?
part 1 is some like uh, something that similar with us.
Yeah, that's right. Part one is about us, everything about us. But part three is about the world, about the surrounding life, and that will be related to part two. Like part two, they will ask you about the season, and the part three, they will ask you everything about season as well. Okay. And do you know how to answer part three question?
Mm,
Do you know how to answer that?
no.
Okay. We just answer as the same as part one. Like we can base on area to answer that. But the difference there, you try to clarify your reason. Like you answer that, you give a reason there, but instead you give reason and then you jump to the example and alternative. You can expand, like clarify your reason there. You give explanation for that. You give a lot of thing evidence about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and try your best to go into the detail of the reason there. So that's the point. And maybe you can add more reason, maybe two or three reason than one. Okay, so I guess that you can understand that. And now you answered this one. Have you answered this one yet?
No.
Okay, so now you practice this one. Do you want to have 1 minute to prepare for that?
Yes.
Okay, so now try your best to use everything you have about like vocabulary, about connectors, especially connectors there. Try your best to use as many as possible. Okay, let's
Yeah.
start. Okay, time's up. Right, so now you answer this one. How do the different seasons affect the lifestyle of people in your country?
Is undoubtedly that the different seasons affect the lifestyle of people in my country. Um, for example, in the summer, people are hanging outside frequently, so they equip for themselves um, a lot of protections things like law code to protect them from being affected by heat stroke, and a lot of festival and a lot of festival are held during summer than winter. Um, and in winter, people like reduce the amount of time that they went out due to the freezing temperature, and but they also put on a lot of thick clothes to depart uh, the low degree from affecting the people's health, and um, the
Okay.
changeable weather
Yeah, continue.
um, uh, also cause many destructions in people's plant.
Okay. You can say equip oneself with instead of equip for, right? Equip oneself with, go out, not went out, because you tell them in present tense, right? And like cause destruction in their plan, right? We normally say intervene. Intervene. Destruction is kind of not really suitable there. Okay.
Yeah,
How to say intervene? Intervene. You can say intervene or intervene. Yeah, the third stress there, like intervene in our plan, maybe. Okay, so all in all, it's good there. Maybe it's good. Yeah, like you compare between the summer and between the winter there. Like go out a lot, or okay, so lifestyle there. So you should concentrate on the keyword there. This is lifestyle, and so you give information about, or you can say because of the weather, like summer and winter. So do you know sedentary lifestyle and active lifestyle? Do you know that?
no,
Okay, can you see that?
yeah,
Sedentary lifestyle and active lifestyle, they are opposite, like the opposite word. Sedentary lifestyle means that you just stay in one place. You don't go out to maybe exercise. You don't want to go out. You just want to stay in one place. But active lifestyle means that you want to go out. You want to join outdoor activities or anything else. So maybe you can refer active lifestyle to people in summer and sedentary lifestyle to people in winter. Can you understand me?
yes,
Yeah, so you can differentiate like that. Not only that, about the exercise, about the daily routine, this is the first one. If you want to answer more, if you want to make it clarify more, I can suggest you to use clause there, like fashion. The fashion, like the differences between the fashion of summer and winter. Okay, and maybe eating habit as well. All right, so there are a lot of factors that we can differentiate. And yeah, okay, can you get that? All right, so maybe it's good there. Just add some, maybe some information, some reasons, some arguments there, and also connectors. All right, I think it's good there. Just like there is a little bit problems with using words. Like you know its meaning, but then when you put that word into the situation, it's not really suitable there. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe we'll change that day by day. We cannot change that totally immediately. All right, just let it there. And now you answer this one. You have 1 minute to prepare for that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's start. Okay, so time's up. All right, so now answer it. Do you think fighting global climate change is a governmental responsibility or the responsibility of individuals?
I think that's both govern, government and individuals are responsible for the changing of global climate because like um both of them are um like uh directly lead to the cost of this problem. Um, for, for example, um, the discharging the from the company now can can do badly damage to the to the air and environment, and so in our life the smoke and dirt from our transportation um, um, also also cause the changing of global climate, and um,
Okay, so what's the reason there? I see that you have two reasons there, right? Yeah, so what's the first one?
um, the discharging from companies and um, like of government and individual is the smoke and dirt that our transportation discharge them into air.
So like the transportation, I cannot get your point there. Like the transportation. What do you mean when you refer to transportation?
Mm,
like what's your can you clarify for me about transportation there?
Uh, um, it's like car, motorbike, or something.
Or motorbike. So I think you have some idea there, but I cannot get your point. Why you why you refer it, why you put it in your speech. Like, okay, so first of all, I will give you some vocabularies there. Maybe it's useful. Ordinary, maybe you can say citizens, individuals, but dwellers, inhabitants, they are the same. An ordinary or ordinary. Okay, ordinary or ordinary. It refers to normal. Okay, so you can add there, and I will give you maybe some word, some words there. Decision. Oh, decision makers. Like it refers to government, so you can use it to paraphrase that. Collective force, it means that a group of people, like when you say that, for example, protecting the environment requires a collective force, like is not responsibility or is not everybody else, just a lot of people there, everybody here. So we say collective force. Can you get that? Can you get that? Take advantage of and make use of. Do you know that? Do you know that?
You can't hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. Now I can hear you right now. Do you know take advantage of and make use of?
Yes, I know.
Yeah. And about carbon footprint.
Carbon.
Carbon footprint. You know that?
What does that mean?
Like the amount of carbon dioxide that is like like for example the factories um dump the dump a lot of carbon dioxide there and a lot of carbon dioxide there, we say carbon footprint. Can you get that?
Yes, okay.
Yeah. So like we try our best to control the carbon footprint and to lessen that. Yeah. Because if the carbon footprint is a lot, so then maybe that will cause a lot of do that will do really harm to the environment. Okay.
Yeah.
I just give you some words there. Conservationist. I think you know that. Yeah. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Implement law and follow the law. Implement the law. Follow the law. If you want to refer the law which is really strict, yeah, really strict, and which requires everybody to follow, so you can say rigorous law, rigorous. Okay.
Yeah.
As well, put more pressure on and joint effort as well. Okay. So now I think time's up. So maybe I hope that you can use these words to answer this one the next day. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So now we have to say goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Because I have the next student, so I cannot continue with you. Okay.